little kids, let's enjoy a beautiful story with Boo Boo. Bubble in a Fairyland. Once upon a time, there was a sweet little girl named Bubble. She went to the beach with her family to enjoy her holiday. While roaming around at the beach, Bubble found a shiny pearl set in a shell. She loved pearls and loves to collect the shell from the beach. So she became too happy and brought the shell to her home. Bubble kept the pearl on her bed. The pearl was shining brightly and she played with the pearl the whole day. She loved playing with the pearl. When night fell, so she went to sleep, but she kept the pearl beside her on the bed. During the night time, when the stars were shining on the sky and there was a full moon behind the cloud, suddenly the pearl started glowing heavily. The shines were coming out from the pearl, which made the whole room very bright and shiny. And in a while, the pearl turned into a beautiful little fairy. The fairy was too beautiful and has wings. She started floating over the head of Bubble. The Bubble was soundly sleeping, but the fairy woke her up. Bubble was too surprised to see the fairy and she was too glad because the fairy was too beautiful and she became the friend of Bubble instantly. The fairy wanted to take Bubble to her fairyland because she wanted to show her new friend with her all fairies. Bubble was too happy and she moved with the fairy to the fairyland. The fairyland was so beautiful, which made Bubble too happy, and she was pleased and amazed to see everything in the fairyland. After some time, the fairy called her all fairy friends, and they all were too happy and had a great time with Bubble. Bubble shared her stories with the fairies, and the fairy told her so many stories about the fairyland, which made Bubble so amazed because she has never heard any story from the fairy about the real fairyland. So Bubble spent such a great time with all of them, and when it was time to go back to home, so the little fairy asked Bubble, "Let's go back to the home because it's nearly morning time." So, in the end, Bubble, along with her cute little friend fairy, went back to her home. Now Bubble has such a great friend and she has a lot of stories about Fairyland, and now she is going to make her memory with spending a lot of quality time with her new friend Fairy. So kids, I hope you have enjoyed this story, and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. See you in next video.